Coming in at number 41, his second year on the list. It's a third-round pick from last year's NHL Draft 2022. It's Tomas Hamara of the Kitchener Rangers.
Yep, Tomas Hamara. We got a lot of insight on him from our good friend Sean Fafaro, the Rangers host for Rogers TV. And look, this is a guy I was very excited about when the Sens drafted him. I labeled him as one of my guys. He was one of the top point getters of rookie defensemen in the OHL in the preseason. Now, obviously, I put like 3 different implications on that stat, but I mean, still impressive nonetheless. And he did start off his OHL debut season pretty hot, but then Ross, I was looking at his game logs and something happened in the World Juniors that, I mean, he only had 1 assist. Mind you, it was in the final game, so that's a good time to show up if you're going to show up at all points-wise. But when he came back to the OHL from World Juniors, he only had 6 points in his last 32 games. Like, this is a guy that's a puck-moving defenseman, and he had a decent role from what I understand with the Rangers. And 6 points in 32 games to finish off your season, that's a tough way to close things off.
His World Junior to me was kind of unfortunately punctuated with a couple brutal giveaways on Robin and just like, decision making where you got, and that's something that can be cleaned up over time. And I think the development staff, Wade Redden, who better to work with than Wade Redden when it comes to being a puck moving left shot defenseman who's always looking to make plays up ice. I think Tomas Hamara needs to, take some momentum and a lot of video, I think, from last year of playing with Kitchener and not always great team. And I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt here too, of moving over and playing on the small ice for the first time and having less time and space and all these different things that can attribute to maybe not the best year for him. But at least he gets to go home with a silver medal, as Czechia won silver at the World Juniors, just losing in overtime to Canada in the finals. Ottawa clearly high on Hamara, giving him that contract after his first training camp with the Senators. So he's already a signed prospect, but he's also one I think that the Senators need to see a step forward in the right direction this season. He's down 5 spots for us, Pillsy. He's in at 41 right now. We're a little bit higher on him last year, but still there is a very realistic ceiling that he could get to, as like, not to compare him to an exact guy, but like if he could be a Chris Weidman, I think would be a very good, ultimate goal for him to reach.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's going to have opportunities, and now he's got a season under his belt. Like, it's always interesting to see how guys do in their sophomore season in the OHL, especially European guys, like you mentioned, new ice surface. My main thing for him, Ross, is going to be, we got to clean up that plus minus. I mean, at minus 21, we did Michael Andonovski a little while ago. Matthew Andonovski. Apologies. And he was a plus 25 on the Kitchener Rangers. Same team. So like that's a big difference between those guys. Now, obviously it wasn't Ando's first season in the OHL, so you got a little more experience there. But my main thing for Hamara is going to be let's clean up those turnovers and try to get closer to even on plus minus.
So maybe do less is more.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing, Ross. You mentioned the turnovers in World Juniors, and those mostly came from him being in a bad spot and feeling the pressure to make a big play when he could have just skated up the ice rather than try to send a saucer pass across the middle in front of his own net, right? Things like that, where maybe you're so much pressure to put up points and to move the puck up that you try to do too much when you can do a safer play that will give your team a better opportunity to set up the play later.
The good news is that Tomas Hamara is only 19 and won't turn 20 until March. So he's already been at the World Juniors twice, and he'll be back there again this year. 3rd time. So there's still a long way.
And that's a good Czechia team. Like that's a big deal for him.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the growth of Tomas Hamara, who is down 5 spots on our list. He comes in at number 41 after making his debut at 36 last year on the Locked On Senators organizational value rankings.